good day. This is the video on how to set your environmental variables on your desktop. So, okay, first of all, you're going to open a command prompt. You just say cmd, then enter, then this is your command prompt. So to check if the variables have been set or not, you can just write this command g++, the compiler, then you press enter. Then if it says g++ is not recognized as an internal or external command, it means the thing is the environmental variables have not been set. So now let's go set them. So to set them, you're going to navigate to your C drive. This is my C drive. Then navigate to main.cpp, then bin. Then this is where your compiler is. You see this g++.exe there. So you're going to copy this path. We're going to copy C semicolon \main g_w64 \bin. This is what you're going to copy. So you see, just click here, then you copy it. Then after copying it, you see there is this PC over here. You right click this PC, then you click properties. So you're going to end up here in the settings, system, about. So you're going to end up here. Yours might look different, but then you're going to click on advanced system settings. Yours might look different, but then you have to go to advanced system settings. Then from here you go to environment variables. Then from here you see there's two parts. There's user variables for whoever that is, then there's system variables. Then you click on path. Don't click on this path, click on this path. Then you say edit, then you say new, then you paste your what's that, your path. So there it is. Then you just press OK. Then yeah, so now if you open cmd, then you write your command g++, it's supposed to say g++ fatal error, no input files. So it means your thing is your environmental variables have been set. So obviously g++ is the compiler, so you need to specify the source files to compile. That's why it's saying no input files. So let's say you want to run something. Let's say you want to run something. Let me write something. Let me write something short. So let's say you have main.cpp, main.cpp. Remember, you have to change the file name extension. Let me turn off this thing, file name extension. So let's say you also have game.cpp. You see, this is not a .cpp file. To change the file name exception, you have to go to view, then show, then file name extensions. You see the file name extension game.cpp. Then you rename it, then you remove .txt, then you say .cpp. Yeah. So these are my source files. So let me write a few line of codes. Plenty of things here. So let's say in your game.cpp, let's say you're creating a module. Let me do this language. Let's say you're creating a module, you say module, then you include your header file, maybe something like iostream io stream. Then you declare your module. You're going to declare your module, you say export module, then you give your module a name. Let me say, let's call it uj module. But then you say using namespace std. Remember, they have to follow this order. They have to follow this order. If you say using namespace std over here, it won't work. It won't work, trust me. You have to follow this order. So you say using name.cpp, then afterwards you declare your namespace. So let's say namespace game space. Okay, then let's have one function. So I'm going to create an export scope. This is where I'm gonna put my functions which I want to export. So let's say we have a void function, display. Let's implement it. So I'm gonna see out hello Brandy, hello Brandy. Right, this is my display function, this is my namespace, so this is my game.cpp file. Then let's say, so in your main.cpp, first thing you have to include your header files, include iostream. Then afterwards, that's when you can import your module. So our module is uj module, uj module. Then afterwards you can say using namespace std, using namespace what's my namespace? Game space. I don't know why I'm asking you what's my namespace. I'm gonna create it. Oh damn it. Okay, so my namespace is game space. Okay, then you create your main function. Return 0. Then I'm gonna call the display function from my module. Okay, then that's how it will look like. So let's say you want to compile these two files. So what you're gonna do, you're going to go here, you're gonna type cmd, then you press enter. So to compile them, you're gonna say g++. Then I don't think you have to specify the standard which you're using, but I'm going to specify. I'm gonna say dash std is equals to c++20. So this is me specifying the standard that I'm using, which is c++20. Then I have to specify the path, the source files that I want to compile. These are the source files. So you'll notice that in my cmd, I'm exactly where my source files are, as you can see. Brightspace, computer science session, as you can see over here. So that's why I pressed cmd over there to be exactly in this, so that I don't have to navigate to this folder in cmd. So here you're going to specify your source file. So we're going to compile game.cpp first, then afterwards we're going to compile main.cpp first. So now we have to create an executable. So to create an executable, you say -o, a space, then you give your executable a name. So I'm gonna call it Build.bat. .bat. So then I press enter, then it will compile these things. So we have some errors. So he's saying in game.cpp, he's saying module does not name a type. Module. Oh, so okay, I forgot something. So if since we are using modules to compile, there's something missing here. Let me clear the screen. CLS. So since we're using the modules, so after specifying the standard which you are using, you have to also specify that you are using modules. So you're gonna say dash f modules dash ts, then space. So I forgot to include this thing. So it's g plus, you say g plus plus, then the standard which you are using, which is cost to C++20, then you specify that you're using modules, you say dash f modules dash ts, then here you specify the source files which you want to compile. Obviously we start with game.cpp, then we end with main.cpp. Then here you want to create your executable file, your executable file. So it's going to be build.exe. I don't know why I said build.bat. Then yeah, you compile, you click enter. Then yeah, if it doesn't show any error, it means it has been compiled successfully. So if I go here, I'm gonna see my executable is created. So now to run my code, I'm just gonna say build. I'm just gonna call my executable, so which is build. I'm just gonna say that, then I press enter. Then it's gonna call that function display, which just displays hello brain. So this is how you compile. So obviously you might not want to do it this way. You might want to just create a batch file to make things more simple. So this is what you do. So you create a batch file. I'm gonna call it build.bat, or let me, so they're going to give you a batch file in the test. So let me show you what you do with that batch file. I'm not sure if it's here. So yeah, if you don't want to create your batch file, they're going to create the batch file for you. So let's say let me go to st2 paper A, for example. So this is the batch file which they given us in methods 2 paper A. So I'm gonna click it, I'm gonna download it. Still downloading. So after downloading it, I'm gonna take it and put it here. So obviously in your test you're gonna have bin folder. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. So obviously you're gonna have a bin folder, a source folder, and what next? A docs folder. Then game.cpp is going to be in src. Then the batch file which they give you it has to be in src. So obviously I have to edit it, because so I'm gonna edit the batch file. So here we have our source folders. So they were compiling these source folders, lib grid explorer and main.cpp. So we don't have a lib grid explorer, so I'm gonna change it to game.cpp. Obviously yours will come in the correct source folders. So, and I'm gonna change this one, game. Okay, so now, so to compile your code, you just click it, then yeah, I have to switch off this thing. It's blocked. Let me do this. let me say build.bat. So I'm gonna copy everything from here to my bash file. Okay, so I'm gonna run my bash file. So just click it, then you open your console, then I do compile, then you see it will run, then you say hello Brent. So that's how you do it. So you don't need to create your bash file, you can just use the bash file which they gave you. So you just have to put it inside. You have to put it the exact location where your source folders are. You see my source folders game.cpp and main.cpp are in the src folder. It means the bash file which they gave me, I have to put it here. Then you just have to click it. So for me, I can't run it because it's been blocked. So that's why I copied everything from there to build.bat. So that's how you compile your code. So let's say maybe in game.cpp, let's say in game.cpp there was an error. I forgot to include the thing is what are this thing, the semicolons. So you see I removed the semicolons here. So let's say I compile my code, so it's going to give me an error. So it tells you where the error is. So it says in game.cpp. So now you know that the error you have to fix is in game.cpp. Then in function void game space, it also tells you the function where the error is. So you see it's in our display function. So they're saying at line 14, and okay, they're saying an error expected, a semicolon before this thing, before what is this, a closing curly bracket token. So they say at line 15 there's an error. So you're going to go to game.cpp, you're going to go to your display function, then you see they said line 14. So they're saying they're expecting that, this is where you know there's an error at. So they're expecting a semicolon before this brace, this closing brace. So yeah, this is how you're going to know where to. I'm going to close this thing, then I'm gonna compile it again. Then and yeah, so let's say, so to pass your thing is your command line arguments. This is where you pass them. So this is where you're going to pass them. So if they needed the number of rows, going to the number of columns, the number of obstacles, the number of energy units, this is where you're gonna pass your command line argument. You just write them here. You just write them here. That's all. That's all you have to do. Then obviously in your main.cpp, for you to read those command line arguments, you have to overload your main function. So we're gonna have int axi, then we're gonna have char pointer argv. So yeah, then let's say cout number of rows, argv at 0 or at 1. So at 1 we're going to see this one. So let me write, instead of writing 20 or let's say rows at 1. So over here we're going to see that. So if I compile this thing before hello Brandy, we're going to see rows then rows at 1. This is what I wrote. This is what I passed over here. Then now let's say we pass in my age, for example. So here I'm gonna say cout age, then I'm gonna say argv at 2. Yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. So this is at 1 and this is at 2. Remember, at 0 is the name of the program, so this is at 2. So at 2 we have to see 20. So if I compile, we're gonna see 20 over there. So at 1 we see rows at 1, then at 2 we see 20 over there. So yeah, that's how you pass your command line argument. You pass them here, so obviously you're gonna pass the rows, the columns, number of obstacles, the number of energy you need, whatever they want you to pass in the thingy, in your question paper or your problem description. So depending on what they say you have to pass, you're gonna pass it here. So at 0, remember, is the name of the program. So yeah, that's the video for today. Thank you.